So my dear, if you are to lead this life, you have to have perfect knowledge, perfect wisdom. What is good for you, what is not good for you, everything we have to know. When we do not know anything about us, what is good or what is bad, and we go on with only the chance winds, whatever comes to us, we receive. What goes away from us, we are repenting or crying for. That's not the way of life. You are to select something for yourself, and it is already there. But you are to know it and find it and then live with it, which is livable for you and believable, dependable, from which there is no any kind of difficulty or problem. It will solve all your problems, whole of your existence in this world or anywhere in the kingdom of God or in the creation of God will be taken care of by that power eternally. That the life of the man is not to be taken care as it is going on in this world, but we are to live forever, for eternity. And that life which we are having today, we are not managed only for today, we are also managed for tomorrow, in for day after tomorrow. Because tomorrow will also come, day after tomorrow will also come. And if we do not manage today about the future, then we will be nowhere. As animals are there, they do not know what is their future, they cannot know, and they have no such facility also. Their life is just going on. As they were suffering 10,000 years back, they are even suffering now. Because they have no feeling of their future. The man has some little feeling of the future, but is not given proper knowledge and wisdom that how their future can be handled properly and where lies the safety of the future, and that we can, what we want for the future, that is available. What we do not like to suffer, that is not to be suffered. This is the main difficulty, because if we depend upon what is unbelievable, undependable, that all these bodies, arrangements which are there, be it from material of the world, or people of this world, anything of this world, that is something deception. It cannot be believed. It's not dependable, it's not believable. People, let some people, as a woman accepts some husband and feel like that she will be feeling better with it. At some time past, in the beginning that they have found something better and they are really satisfied that this will be okay. But after some time it changes. And then it is very hard for us to separate even, because they have connected themselves with such a big ties, so much with each other. It is not easy to then disentangle. And that boundings are there, that we keep on bound with it, and it is hard to deal with and to be free. So everything which we accept in this world as superior to us, after some time becomes totally opposite to it. And then everybody is repenting upon, everybody is suffering, because our decisions are not right, correct. And we have to find that nobody and nothing of this world is there for us on which we can believe, which is for us, and we can depend upon this life even. Otherwise you know that there is nobody in this world, there is nothing of this world which can be of our use for the life after death. What will happen after death? No one knows this world, and nothing of this world will be able to help us. Then we should not know, we should not find it that if these things are only for this world, what will happen to us after leaving the physical body? But we are never considered like that. And we are going along That's the information which is having, which is with the animals, that they are going on moment by moment, moment by moment. They cannot think of the future. In the same way, we cannot think of the future, and we do not also know there is future. There is life after death. The body dies, but we do not die. We live even after leaving the physical body. That is not believable to us. We do not accept it, and therefore do not manage for that future, which is eternal future. And when that future is opening up and all the previous chapter closes, then we find nothing. Because this is the time that we are to arrange for our eternal future. If we cannot arrange in this life, there is no way or any other time that we can manage for our future. And for this present also we cannot manage really. Anybody who has done everything in this world, whatever was possible, the people are feeling themselves totally incomplete, imperfect, and they cannot feel themselves that they are really to enjoy. They can believe, they can depend upon what they have felt like dependable, believable. Things are always changing, always changing, always changing. We are changing. Our brothers and sisters are changing. Relatives and friends are changing. Each moment there is change. Everything of the world is changing each moment. And this change is going on so rapidly and so continuously that you cannot arrange that this change may be stable for some time. It may not change. So anything, any relation or any connection, any belonginges which are now, they will change. And if everything will change, then what is there that you can depend upon on any of our relative or friend or brother or sister or any property or any other belongings or our own body, our own health, our own education, our own knowledge of wisdom? Because the people lose everything. Some people just go mad, they lose consciousness, and they are just wandering in the streets and or in the parks, etc. And that they go on suffering. The man has not understood that the world and worldly arrangements which are there, these are not for us, they cannot help us. And if we begin to depend upon them, then we will really suffer. There is no way that we find something useful for us. And everybody is believing it. And we are also suffering with it. Because things do not come as per expectation. What we expected of our brother is not working. What we expect of our children is not coming up. What we expect of our husband or wife is not coming up. Everywhere we are seeing some kind of confusion that what that person will say, what that person will do, if it will be in my favor or not. Everybody is suspicious about everybody. Nobody there we can believe it is 100% believable. But still we have to believe them and depend upon them because we have no other alternative. And if you don't believe it, that is also hard how to live. And if you believe it, it is not working properly. Then what to do? That man has not been able to understand that all what he has is this choice of this life is wrong choice, which is not working, which cannot work, and it cannot be useful. It can never be working. And what is that which can be dependent upon or be believed upon? Only one thing. What is that is your own self. At least your own self is your own self. It will not kill your own self. At least everybody has goodness for one's own self. And that own self is soul and God. which is eternal and which has God, or everything what we can enjoy, and what is dependable, believable, and that we can enjoy. Whatever we ask for, it shall be given to us. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Knock, it shall be opened for you. Seek and ye shall find it. Wherefrom it is there that this expectation has been given to you, not from the world or worldly relations, but only from kingdom of God and God. If you knock at his door, he will open and will accept you. If you ask him anything, he will give you. If you search for him in the kingdom of God or anything, you will find it. And if this is working over there, it's 100% sure, and all the masters and all the scriptures have also told us, then why we have not been able to believe it? This is the difficulty which all we are going through, that we are depending upon the people of this world. And we say this person is good, this person is bad, this person is my enemy, this person is my friend. What is there? Nothing. Everybody is nothing. Everybody is our enemy, we can say. Because the enemy which is now today, enemy can be no more enemy, can be friend tomorrow. And who is friend today can be our enemy tomorrow. And something which is resistant today will not be resistant tomorrow. It may be friend or it may be enemy. Everything is topsy-turvy. Everything is changing. So what is changing, how we can believe it? Everybody can change. So we are to find something which is unchangeable permanence, and which is our friend, which is our favorable agency. It has our every kind of competency, every kind of power, and that it is for us, meant for us. Basically, it is meant for us. It is not to change, and if also we accept him, then we will really be able to find all what is needed, all what is expected, and our life will be really wonderful life. Because there were no ups and downs, there was no suspiciousness anywhere. Everything is definite. But you would feel that after 10 years, 20 years, what is you have found in the kingdom of God, and God, it will always remain with you. It will not change. It is already full. And that you can enjoy now, and you can enjoy the same for eternity at any time. And there is no change over there. You are not to change, and anything of this world, of the kingdom of God is also unchangeable permanence. And anything which belongs to you will remain with you and for you. Never it will be there. Something will little change over there. And that is certain, that is sure. If we work for that, we attain that, we attach to it, then we are really having our life set properly, adjusted properly, and there will be no difficulty, no problem. But why we are not accepting this? What is really dependable, really believable, and why we are still going on, all those things which are deceiving us, even if we have been deceived, we have been cheated, and further also, we cannot really 100% believe that a woman who marries some man today and feels like that I have found the husband, my life companion, there's something in his heart going on also. He can leave me at some time. I should be very careful. And that happens. That sometimes we are not careful, and then we lose that relation. Some other one is very much obstinate and doesn't accept her. The things are changing, everything is changeable. On all the changeables, we are not dependent, we are not to believe. We have to find something which is already there with us, From the very beginning of our life, it is opened by the Master, made available to us, and that we are to believe upon, to depend upon, it will work. And it will arrange everything for you. If you have got any relation in the world, it will also manage in the proper way. That all relations will begin to work in your favor. Nobody will be there in this world who will be your enemy. Everybody will change into your friend. And there will be never any loss. Everything what you want, that will be available to you. And you will not find any suffering, any problem, anybody, any diseases, because it has its power to change everything of your lifestyle into best. What is worst, it can be changed into best. It has its competency. And it is only that we have to go to him and he will do everything. Because he has got already affinity, love for us, and feel like helping us. And that he will help us. This is the work of the Master, as when Master accepts us. He will at once, at the same time of acceptance, begin to take care of everything of you. But we are also to depend upon him, believe in him, and be connected to him. And those character links which are there to establish this relation, we have to keep on, and it will work. And it will 100% work forever, for eternity. There is nothing that we can, any suspicion or something that somewhere we can be losing something, we not find something what is expected, what was expected of that person, of God power, Master power. And that is not really going into our hearts. This is the condition of the mind. Very horrible, very horrible, very hard, very horrible. That's why you are always advised to meditate on sound, which will clean away your mind, will remove the mind of every kind of impressions of the world, past impressions, and will awaken your soul, and you will begin to work as soul, and then you are yourself unchangeable, permanent, and you are also connected with unchangeable permanence, and what is best and highest, in case you know Lord God, and enjoy it. If we have got anybody, our friend, we have to tell that person, this is way of life. If we are living, we should also find this way of life. And you will be able to live. Anybody who has, you have got any relation, any sympathy, or any friendship, you can help that person with this knowledge, with this wisdom, which is really working and is available for everybody. There is no one in this world who cannot avail this facility. God is there for everybody. Irrespective of any religion or any country or caste or creed, it is anybody who is a human being that is acceptable by God, and he is not having any conditions that we may have some kind of qualifications or some kind of deserving authority that he can only then accept us. But anybody who goes from any state or in any state is acceptable. He forgives everybody and then blesses everybody and then raises everybody, cleanses everybody and then makes him one with him. And it is his own way of working, independent of our attitude. Our attitude is only that we are to believe in him, depend upon him, and keep his nearness. We may be dacoits, we may be robbers, gamblers, any other horrible lifestyle we may have got. But if we have love for him, that's sufficient. If we have belief in him, that is sufficient. And this love and belief is created by the sound current. Sound current is there, that all these negative attentions we find connected to the worldly life, body relations, or body things of this world, or enjoyments of this world are totally cleaned away. And all those impressions which are there from God, kingdom of God, will only be available to you. This sound has its great power, great power. It will do everything good for you. What is good thought, good action, good talk, good deed, and what is negative, it will automatically take you away from those. It has a big power and controlling system in her, and that you can depend upon it, believe upon it, it will work. 100% will work. And that has been given to all of you. All of you have found this holy power of God. In the beginning was the Word. Word was with God, and Word was God. This Word is also God, complete and perfect God. And you can enjoy it. It will work as God, and God has all love, all sympathy for us. And surely, He will never change. His love, His relation will remain permanent, unchangeable. Then why we have to suffer? Everything is handled by Him. We may change little here and there, but He will not change. He will have the same love, same affection, and same goodwill for us, irrespective of our actions, etc. If we have got such a good one friend, or our Holy Father, then why should we depend not upon Him and try to depend on anybody else who will only deceive us, cheat us, and at some time nobody will be available, nothing will be available, and we will be left alone. That is loneliness, which is really is unbearable. Because in that loneliness from our great friend, there will everything devils around us, and that they will kill us, they will destroy us. And that devils are not really something else than you, it is your own self which is without your helping factor, and disturbing factor is already there. And you will disturb yourself with your own system. That this body is a bit complex, that there are children and there are servants. There is a father and mother also. When father and mother are there, all servants will be kept and controlled by the parents, and they will serve you, they will help you. If the parents are gone, no more are there, servants will no more to be servants. They are stronger than you. They will hold everything of the earth in their own hands, and you will have to serve them. You will have to become servants, and they will become owners. Then the same agencies which were friendly to us, to serve us, now become devil for us. So there is nothing devil, there is nothing bad, which is the lack of the proper controlling system, which is not working in us, that we find all these devil. Everybody is devil. Everybody is negative to us, because everybody is controlled by something opposite, not by our friendly, not our sympathetic power, and that we are suffering. So it is our own difficulty which we have created for ourselves, and when we are connected with this really competent one, wonderful one, there is no way that we may not enjoy. And you can depend upon this. It is dependable, believable. Any money, any kingdom of this world, any letters, any friends, there is nothing in it. In anything there is nothing. And when you find it, then we will find everything. The world also will find what is good for us. Everything will be changed into good, and the good will also remain very good with us. And that is sufficient for us. Nothing more is needed. But why the people do not understand and do not try to work upon it? From the very beginning, the children are to put on this way of life. That there is nothing in this world for you. Parents should say, we are nothing for you. If you are to find your life, life is with God. In Him was the life, and life was the light of the man. We cannot give you anything, we cannot help you anything. Doctors cannot help, any other physicians cannot help, no medicines can help. It's only blessing of God which will help you. This lesson is to be told and to made home to everybody, and everybody should be connected to this way of life. So competent master, and then they will be able to live in this world and will have their future also properly adjusted. Put on the proper way, on the way of life, you will not just be destroyed on the way of destruction, as all the people of this world are going on. So my dear, this is the real the knowledge which we have to find. If we have found it, we have found really everything. If you could not find it, what that profit a man? You gain the possessions of the whole of the world, but loses one's own soul. There is no use of it. Okay, this is sufficient, I think. Okay, my dear. Now you can also. Okay, you are the first one.